Trust me, this book will take you on a ride that you'll never want to get off. Hey y'all, welcome to my first episode of Books and Bubbles, where I talk about a book that's been on my smut shelf, okay? And today's book that I'm talking about is called Good Girl Tastes Better by Quartier. And I hope I'm saying your name right. But y'all, ever since I saw the cover, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Ever since I saw the cover of this book, I knew I had to boost it up on my TBR list and read it because I just knew it was gonna be fire. And let me tell y'all something, it did not disappoint at all. This one had me in a chokehold because it was so juicy. The sex scenes were chef's kiss and so sexy, and it really had me in the mood, okay? All right, y'all, so this book is what I would call an intoxicating mix of dominance, emotional depth, and straight up fucking, okay? That's what they were doing. It was fucking up in this damn book.
Baby, they straight fucking in this book right now.
Okay? And erotic chaos. It was a lot that makes it so much more than just your typical erotic romance, okay? It was an actual storyline to this erotic romance. It was very much so erotic, but there was a storyline to it. And it was messy, it was seductive, and honestly a little bit dangerous. But who doesn't love dangerous when it comes to a male character with BDE? And I'm here for it, okay? So Damien Big Daddy Ross, okay, heavy on the Big Daddy, the zaddy. He's a pleasure giver and the ecstasy dealer, okay? From Jump, the author came out swinging, telling us the type of man that Damien was and the type of time he's on, quite frankly. From the first page, baby, he was seducing me. And actually, I'm going to read some of it to y'all so y'all can get the gist of who Damien is. This man is not to be played with. He's not to be played with. And let's sit to that because we love that. We love that. Oh, I wish I could see my setup. It's so cute. But my camera will not let me be great right now. I don't know why. But y'all can see the little action in the back. Y'all can see the action in the back. And I gotta be careful that I don't see my bundles over and catch fire. It's a little farther away, just a little bit, so I should be good. But if I catch fire,
it's gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Okay, I already caught fire between these legs, honey. I don't need to catch fire from reading the story. I don't need to catch fire from my hair, okay? But anyway, y'all, from the first page, Damien is seducing me. And so I have here, I want to read these things to you because not only was he seducing me from the first page, but he has rules of ecstasy that I'm going to also put on the screen, but I'm going to read them too. So from Jump, y'all, this man was talking cash money shit. I mean, not cash money shit, but he could literally talk you out your panties. So he said, good girls deserve the best. They deserve to be spoiled. They deserve to know what it's like to be handled the correct way. Catered to the correct way. They deserve to know what true sensual ecstasy and romance was all about. To know what it's like to reach the highest altitude of erotic satisfaction and release. And that was where I came in. I'm a firm believer in the notion that I was put on earth for one particular purpose when it came to women. And that was to be the pleaser, lover, and healer that they deserved. They served a nigga like me. They deserved a big daddy. actually chapter 1. That was like a little snippet into chapter 1, but there's a piece before chapter 1 that is just too hot. I really cannot reread it to y'all because I'll be hot in the, y'all, it was spicy, okay? Quartier really did his thing with this. And I'm so happy to dive into this book right now for Valentine's Day because, honey, especially for the single ladies. Okay, so let me read Damien's rules of ecstasy, and then we're gonna deep dive into who he is and also the heroine in the story. So Damien's rules of ecstasy are: number 1, no tapping out. Number 2, listen to my every command. Number 3, squirting is a guarantee, not a possibility. Let's sip to that. Number 4, relax yourself. Big Daddy will handle the rest. Number 5, no clothes allowed. Number 6, prepare to be devoured. Number 7, no kink gets turned down. Don't be shy. And lastly, in this domain, Damien does not exist. Only Big Daddy does. Y'all, this, oh my God, I gotta fan myself because this really had me hot. It really had me hot. Y'all see I'm flushed. I'm flustered in the face. I'm flustered because Big Daddy is that dude. Clearly that dude. Damien is the ultimate pleaser, y'all. Like, this man literally said he lives to give women pleasure. And I just, like, where can I find me one of him? Where? He wants to give women the best experience possible. But love is a no-go. This man is not trying to fall in love. He's had his heart broken. And I have my hair stuck to my face. This man has been hurt before. And now his heart is locked away. He's all about pleasure. And that's it. Pleasure and money. That's it. That's it. Love? Hell no. Not even on the table. So he builds this place called Ecstasy Island. Hold on. But let's get back into it. Damien builds this playground called Ecstasy Island in his home. He has multiple rooms that are boom boom rooms, and that's where he has his ultimate experiences with these women that he calls his good girls. Not only does he call them his good girls, but that's also what he says to them if they do something that he approves of. So if he tells them to say, what's my name? And she says, Big Daddy. It's like, good girl.
Because I like calling my boo Zaddy. Hey, Zaddy.
I am here for it, baby. I'm here for it. So he creates Ecstasy Island. It's an exclusive invite-only experience where fantasies become reality. It doesn't matter if you're a married woman, you're single, you're in a situationship. If you meet his standards, then you are granted access into the Ecstasy Island. So Damien isn't just a bedroom king. He's also a businessman. He owns Roscoe, which is a vegan coffee brand that he built from the ground up. He had a little bit of help from his father, who's a lawyer, who helped him out with some money to jumpstart his business. But once his business was booming and busting, he gave that money back to his father. But now his father helps him out, like the legal contracts and other things to grow his business. He has a mother who's an English professor, and also he has a younger sister that he loves, but he is always saving too. Like, sis is always a damsel in distress. And then he also has a brother who he just does not fool with, and you know, I can't blame him. We all have a family member that we just don't fuck with like that, and you know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So there's that. But one thing I loved about Damien or his character, is that he enjoys cooking. And that's another form of sensuality for him. And that's how he expresses sensuality and sexuality with his good girls, especially Morgan. Like, their first meeting together, whenever he invited her over to his house, he had prepared dinner. And he made baked ziti. And the way Morgan was describing the food, y'all, she was like, it was better than sex. But, you know, it was just the way the way Quartier had explained it. Y'all, it was very much so given this, because I was having a hard time explaining myself. But look at this. This is what I mean.
Is that on point?
Ass off because, you know, it was just, one, it was funny, but also it was so descriptive as hell, and it was hot as hell. And it got me excited too, because I was like, where is this going? Ooh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Anywho, I was like, you know, I was excited for where it was about to go. You know, see what's up. Because when I tell you, it had me blushing, screaming, and kicking, and rubbing my feet together like, ooh, hey. Damien's not only a businessman and a pleasure beast, but he also has a little bit of a dark side to him. A few scenes in the book, we see him getting his hands dirty, but he gets his hands dirty whenever needed. Whether it's in his business or his personal affairs, he's willing to do whatever it takes. Now, y'all, let's get on into my girl Morgan, y'all. I love Morgan's character. I really love female characters that are really in tune with their sensuality. You don't see it a lot in books. A lot of the times when you see erotic, or when you read erotic or you read romance, some of these women are really timid when they meet somebody who pulls it out of them. But I love meeting characters, female characters who already embody that. And Morgan embodies that. She is so in tune with her sensuality. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. Miss Ma'am has a smart ass mouth, and I love that. Oh, I love that. So I'm really happy that the author had wrote in a female character like her, because you don't get to see a character like her often. So I was really happy to meet Morgan. So who is Morgan? Morgan is Damien's match in every way, period. And when I say that, it's because she's so unapologetic about her desires and what she wants out of life and what she's looking for. And she's not out here looking for love either. And I forgot to mention, Damien's on that tip. He's been hurt before, and so he's not looking for love. You know, he's just looking for pleasure, a good time. And that's where Morgan is in her life. She's actually having a torrid affair with somebody she has no business having an affair with. But she's not in love with this dude. She's not attached to him, even though he's very much the guy she has no business being with. He's very much so like obsessed and possessive of her, but she only sees him as like a stepping stone to get to where she wants to get. Like, Miss Ma'am has some goals. She has some real life goals and things she's trying to do, and he's somebody that could help her get there. And so she sees him as a stepping stone. Like, she's very aware of his situation. He's married, but again, she don't give a damn. Because she's trying to get something out of it. Now, one thing I do resonate with Morgan about is the fact that she has a toxic relationship with her mother. And I love my mom, but you know, I appreciate who she is today than when I was in my preteens, okay? But Morgan's relationship with her mother is super toxic. Her mother talks to her any kind of way. And so her mom belittles her and I feel like her mom makes her feel like she's not worthy. And I feel like this is what also plays into why she guards her heart so fiercely. She had her heart broken before, having dealt with somebody who was married to the streets and would never marry her. But I feel like her mom also played a part in how she developed character-wise. So yeah, but why she and Damien click, let's get to that. They're two people who don't believe in love, who use sex as power, and they finally meet their match in each other. And from their first encounter, I don't want to give too much away about their encounter. I definitely want y'all to read the book. I'm just giving a little breakdown of the characters, a little bit of pizzazz and intrigue, so y'all could go in and actually read the story, because it's juicy. It's so juicy. And if y'all love smut books, this definitely needs to be boosted up on your TBR list. To be read list, okay? You need to read it, especially for Valentine's Day. Again, y'all, this book is not for the weak, okay? The scenes are explicit, raw, and toe-curling, honey. Damien is a dominant. He loves control, he loves submission, and he even confesses his lust for BDSM and power. And Morgan, she's right there with him. There's a little bit of that in her too. She loves to push his buttons, but she also knows when to give in to Big Daddy. She knows it when, like, you know how it reminds me of like how, you know, us women, we could be really aggressive. We could cut somebody out. But when we get around our man, we get real soft. And because we know talking in that, sitting in our femininity and talking in our softness gives us what we want.
Tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
So I think no, I don't think, I know Morgan knows that kind of power that she has. She's so in tune with her femininity and her sensuality that she knows just the right things to say to Damien to yield pleasure, to get what she wants. And that's why I love her. I love Morgan. Okay, so y'all, this is a spoiler, but not enough where it takes away from the story. But I do want to mention this. One moment that stood out was when Damien left Morgan roses wrapped in $100 bills. This is like a dream, okay? And he left her those roses with the $100 bills wrapped around them literally the morning after their first night together. Talk about that. She had that good. She had this man's mind gone to be able to do that. Especially a man like Damien, who was swearing up and down he was not gonna fall in love. He wasn't the falling in love type. He wasn't gonna fall for any of his good girls. They're just here for pleasure. But Morgan's shaking shit up. Morgan's shaking shit up in his life. In a good way. But baby, he's been laying it on thick on this girl. It's like, after you give me good dick, multiple orgasms, some flowers, and some money, let's go get married. What are we waiting on? Let's go get married. Yeah, let's go do that. Cartier does a really good job of being very descriptive. I'm telling you, the details, y'all, the details make you feel every touch, every whisper, every shift in power, every orgasm that Morgan and all these other good girls have in the book. It's sensual as fuck. It's sensual. And let me tell you something. I'll never look at Honey the same. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it at that, because I want y'all to read the books and figure out what I'm talking about, so y'all can feel the same way I feel, okay? But y'all, it was about sex, but it wasn't just about sex. There's so many layers to the characters. And for all the nasty and filth and disrespectful, in the best way, scenes in this book, there's also real depth of the characters. So Damien, he's not just some cold, dominant alpha male with BDE. He's got some baggage, y'all. He's super protective, but not just for control, but a little bit for survival too. And then there's a moment where he drops his line, "I wasn't supposed to fall for you though." And it was like, he's fighting, like he's resisting falling in love. He's been hurt so much. He's carried that pain with him. And same for Morgan. It's that resistance of falling in love. But I love stories like this. What it's giving is, I hate you, but I love you kind of energy, and I'm here for it. And Miss Morgan, she's fighting battles of her own. You know, she's caught between this, it's just physical. It's like a physical thing. And realizing that maybe, just maybe, it might be something deeper. Maybe. It might be something deeper than the surface level of good sex. And I love that. I'm here for it. I've been troubled since the day you met me, Big Daddy. Pause. Would you call your man Big Daddy if he was really caring and holding? Would you call him Big Daddy? Would you call him Big Daddy? If you like an erotic romance, it's a little dangerous, a little reckless, and a whole lot of, I know I shouldn't want this, but I do energy. This one's for you, girl. This one's for you. It's for you. And if you don't have your lover within close proximity of you reading this book, sis, you in trouble. You in trouble, sis. You in trouble, okay? Because the way this book will have you hot and horny, trust me, this book will take you on a ride that you'll never want to get off. So good. And for that, on the hottie scale of 1 through 10, y'all, this one gets all 10s. This gets all 10s. Across the board. Hands down. Hands down. Highly recommend. All right, so that's a wrap for me tonight, y'all. Catch me next time as I pull another steamy read straight from my smut shelf. And until then, stay spicy and keep turning those pages. Mwah.